What's going on, guys? It's Dr. Rob with your 2-minute tip this week designed to improve your life through health and fitness. This week we're going to show you how to get rid of nagging wrist pain from being at the computer too much. This one actually made me think of my first patient ever in practice as an intern when I was in 4th year chiro school. She was just this wonderful lady with carpal tunnel syndrome, and she actually had 2 carpal tunnel syndrome surgeries, and she still had it, and she was so frustrated. So we kind of looked at her. I'm pretty new, obviously, first patient ever. We worked on her, and what we actually did is we looked at what was going on with her shoulder and her elbow and worked on that, and she actually was symptom free of all the numbness, tingling, and pain in her wrist and hand within like 4 visits. And that's when I knew I was completely hooked on what I was doing, because it blew my mind. After 2 surgeries she still had problems, and I actually fixed it after 4. That's me bragging, but the point of the whole story was that you have to not just look at where the pain is, but where it might be coming from or what that underlying cause is. And that's always resonated with me. And today we're going to show you how to get rid of wrist pain by working on somewhere not on the wrist. So most people, after typing a lot or gripping and stuff like that, you'll get this kind of dull, achy pain. Sometimes even with push-ups, like when you're in that push-up position, you'll get pain in the back of the wrist. The problem is not necessarily the wrist. The problem is tightness of all the forearm muscles that attach and go through the wrist. So the key is you can try kind of stretching it out and doing kind of those classic stretches, which sometimes work, sometimes don't. What I find is actually getting in there and working hands-on. So when I'm treating that, I'm actually going to go apply pressure up through here and up through here, and then we kind of do the active release, stretch it out, that kind of stuff, and give you some stretches there. But showing you really releasing here often will get rid of the wrist pain very quickly. To do that and try and mimic that at home, you're going to need a lacrosse ball. So you can use your desk or something like that. What you're going to do is kind of try and look, and it's pretty simple. You're just going to look for a tender spot up higher in the front or back of the forearm, usually both, because you need that push-pull interaction. So work on both sides, which is another secret. Work on both sides and really smash up and get into tender spots in the front and the back of the wrist. So very simply, you're going to kind of put a little bit of pressure. I like to use my other hand as pressure, and again, kind of like foam roller, and you're just going to wiggle it back and forth until you find that tender spot and kind of smash it. The same thing, you can turn your palm up. It's a little bit more awkward, but you just kind of go in and smash a couple spots like that. The other way to do it is just go in and you're just going to kind of push where it hurts, and then flex your wrist, grab, and then straighten, and you're going to kind of feel that stretch and move, and often you do that a couple times, it'll free up the wrist pain, and you're going to feel a heck of a lot better. Okay, that, and take lots of breaks when you're working at your desk typing away. Take lots of breaks, but this is something easy you can do at your desk to prevent the cumulative buildup. Even if you don't have wrist pain, you should be doing it. If you do have wrist pain, get it looked at, figure where it's coming from. It may not be your wrist, it might be somewhere else. Okay, have a great week.